Hi, Capricorn. Welcome to your new moon in Pisces message. This is good if you use tropical astrology or sidereal astrology, or this is also good for your sun, moon, or rising. And you can also look up to see what house Capricorn falls in your chart to see how this resonates for you in that area of your life. So when I do these messages, it's not just for your sun, moon, or rising. You can also, and this goes for any reader that you watch too, you can always apply the sign to the house that it falls in and see how that part of your life is going to take shape with this new moon. So, like, for instance, I have Capricorn in my third house, which is like networking and siblings and close connections. So I would apply this to that area of my life. So let's get into it and see what is going on for you all. I'm using a new deck. I've been trying to break it in, so hopefully it actually shuffles pretty good today. Hold on, let me turn this down or off. There. Okay. Okay. You guys have a lot of swords here right now, which is all about communicating or what's not being communicated. Okay, let's see. It's in the bottom. Everything is a sword. Everything has to do with air. I mean, we are in Aquarius season when I'm recording this right now. If you go by sidereal, Aquarius season technically just started, even though Saturday, Sunday, we're going to be entering into Pisces season in tropical astrology. But here at the bottom, there's something that is on you guys' minds that you're trying to find the words to express to either a group of people or there's a group of people involved and nobody's really speaking up about something. I feel like this is something that's just simmering on you guys' minds right now, but it's like you don't want to come out and say something because you're afraid of saying it the wrong way. Again, this has to deal with people that you are closely connected with. You don't want to disrupt the peace and what this is, but at the same time, you feel like you need to speak your piece. You need to let your emotions come out because whatever this is, there's a lot of negative feelings that's attached to this. Either you feel like this towards a group of people or a group of people feel like this towards you. And these are people that you are closely tied to. For some of you, you're also not really, you're saying something, but you're not actually meaning exactly what it is that you're saying. I cannot wait to get a haircut because this ain't cute. So instead of just speaking up on this, you may feel like you're in a losing battle. And so you're trying to wait for the perfect time to actually say something. But the longer you wait, the more anxiety this is going to induce within you. For some of you, you're afraid of what the reaction is going to be from other people. So you don't want to actually face that right now. So it's almost like you're just like, instead of facing this, instead of saying something, I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to bite the bullet and swallow my pride and just go about things like they're not actually happening how they are, even though I'm not happy about it. They are saying if you don't let this come out, if you don't speak up for whatever this is, you're going to get to a point in this situation where you're going to feel like things have gotten so out of control, and then it's like an explosion goes off. It's like all of a sudden, it's almost like diarrhea of the mouth. Everything that you're feeling comes out, and it's going to cause a significant shift that is going on in you guys' lives. For some of you, this is going to happen as we get into that full moon in Virgo, because we have the Virgo card here. You've been sitting on this for a minute. You've already assessed everything. You've dissected this to endless points. And at this point, it's now where it's just harboring within you. I do feel like after a time of rest, there is going to come a point where things become more peaceful. This is actually going to turn out better than you expect once you actually do come out and speak up about something. Once there's some type of conversation that is had, this may be happening in the home, or either you may be at home when this happens, but it's something that, or either it's just something that makes you feel that you're tethered to, that gives you some type of peace, some type of comfortability. But they're saying you don't want to speak up on something because you're afraid of how things are going to come out. They are saying once things are spoken up, whatever this tension is, it's going to be cut out, and there's the opportunity to start something brand new. There's something that's going to manifest as a new beginning, and it's going to be a beautiful new beginning. It's almost like a rebuilding of things is going to take over for you all. This is here with the Three of Cups in the that was at the bottom of the deck. This is actually us getting into the reading now. We have the Three of Cups here in the reverse, the Five of Swords in the reverse, the Knight of Swords in the reverse, the Six of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Page of Cups, and then we have the Ace of Wands. So what I'm picking up with this energy is that, like I said literally like 2 minutes ago, this is centered around a group of people, or there's other people's inputs that are kind of either you're putting too much emphasis on what other people are thinking, or somebody's doing this and they're not coming directly to you. I do feel like there's a lot of gossipy energy that's going on. There's not feelings that are being spoken about that's coming directly to the source. And it's just being done in such a reckless way. But in order, there wants to be peace that comes between either you and these people, or something that makes you feel close, knit with somebody or an organization, a group. But it's a standstill. It's like, I know what it is that needs to be said, but I'm getting like this nervous feeling right now. It's like, I don't want to speak up. I know it needs to be said. I know it needs to come out. I know it needs to be conveyed to for the point of view to be seen. But at the same time, I'm nervous to say anything because I don't want to disrupt the peace. They are saying there is going to come a point when you are going to be forced to actually say something. You are going to end up speaking your truth. You're going to say your piece. You're going to get your thoughts out there. There may be this energy that you're dealing with may not necessarily like what it is that you are saying, but you have to get this out of your system, because for a lot of you, this has been festering beneath the surface, and now it's coming out because the what's being said is getting back to you in some kind of way. This may prompt some type of an apology to come out, or either you're demanding an apology to come out. Dang, like this is really applying to my life right now, where I got Capricorn dealing with siblings. But there is some type of an apology that will come, but it may be kind of backhanded. It may just be like done in a way where it's like, I'm just going to say this so then we can be done with this. But there's still going to be those feelings where something still is not reciprocated back that you are going to end up demanding. And until you get that, you're going to say this cannot move forward until everything that is of concern and everything that is coming out is addressed. And it's addressed on an even playing field. It's not going to be like, I'm just going to agree with you. I'm just going to stop saying this just so then to shut you up, or so then we can move on past this. Like, this is actually going to end up having to be a very deep conversation for a lot of you to end up having, because I do feel like there's going to be words that are exchanged. Somebody's going to have to take a loss in some type of way. And this is probably they're going to view this happening as them taking a loss. And as this happens, it's going to bruise their ego in some sense. Let's get clarity. This is up in the air how this goes, because you guys don't have any major arcana cards besides that Tower card that came out earlier. But what they're saying is this has the opportunity to either turn out really well, depending on how this is communicated, or turn out in a very dramatic way, drama filled, yelling, everything. It's more so the fact that things have just gone out of control and it's other people involved in it now, is what I'm picking up. Let's get into this. Ooh, that Queen of Swords is at the bottom. You are putting emotion aside and you are letting people know what it is that you are thinking, and you're not being nice about this, or either somebody's not being nice about this towards you. I don't know if it's raining outside or if it's icing, but it was like 65 degrees earlier today, and it's supposed to be like in the 20s now. So, and it sounds like it's like sleet coming down. Look at that. See, there's that conflict right there. You have to face this conflict in order to move forward. You're not going to feel good about this because this is something that has had some type of hold. This has gone on for, something's gone on for too long. And now at this point, it's coming back around for it to be addressed. I do see that there is some form of victory and progress that can be made, but somebody has to be willing to give up something to get this in return. Somebody has to be willing to give up in, is it concede? Is that what it's called when you like wave the white flag? Concede? I think it's concede. I'm gonna say that anyways. But somebody has to be able to let old feelings go that they think that they've healed from. And this is why all of this is coming around. There is something, yeah, I do see, okay, this is what it is. Somebody has to let go of their ego. Somebody has to let go of all the control that they want to exude over you or you over a group of people in order for this to actually see some type of progress and resolution. If that doesn't happen, the universe is wanting there to be a positive change that comes with this. Somebody's not going to be happy, but there has to also be that willingness to let go of boundaries of, I can do this, but you can't. Somebody's ready. Somebody doesn't want to give up on what this energy is, or they don't want to give up on you, or you don't want to give up on them. But it's now at the point where it's like, I feel like I've given so much towards you, and then you keep throwing it back in my face. And at this point, now I'm about to give up this whole relationship at this point. Because it's not being reciprocated what I'm giving back to you. For a lot of you, you actually may have cut out some type of communication with these people or this person, and it's actually going to end up being better off for you. You're going to get some type of wisdom and guidance that comes from this, and just being like, this had to happen in order for things to fall into place and see some type of progression. You're not necessarily going to be happy with this because this is going to prompt one of those things where it's like, either you can come with me on my journey further, or we're putting a stop to the journey here and I'll just remove you completely. Or they're removing you. What is this Three of Cups in the reverse, please? All right, let's see. You got a lot of cards. You have the Nine of Swords in the reverse, the Knight of Cups, Two of Swords, the World card in the reverse, the Ace of Wands in the reverse, the King of Cups in the reverse, and we have the Hierophant in the reverse. So there's something with this Three of Cups energy here. There's too many other people involved. There's too many, what they're telling me is there's too many people that are giving too much of an input to a situation that they probably don't even have all the details about. And that's what's causing this tension between you and someone else. I do see that there is a lot of love there, and that's what's causing this impasse to happen. It's almost like I don't want to deal with this, so I'm going to turn a blind eye. But at the same time, I feel like I have to say something because there is history there with somebody. I do see wanting to mend things, but then, or things have been mended before. But it's like the same situation keeps coming up, and it's like, I don't know how I'm supposed to move past this if the person comes towards me, they say everything is okay, we move past it, and then the same situation ends up coming up again. Because they're saying here with the World card, there's something that's not complete because there's something that has not been addressed yet. And that's preventing this new growth from coming in, this forward movement, the start of the start of a new chapter. I feel like for some of you, somebody's holding on from things from the past that has made them upset, and they're unwilling to find some type of different way of different viewpoint, and they're not willing to listen to other people's perspectives, or other people are feeding into this person's ego and letting them know that their perspective is not all the way correct and it's skewed a little bit. It's giving yes man energy. So there's this disappointment, there's this anger that's here, there's this having to relive certain situations over again, the same emotional situation that a lot of you have felt has been done is going to keep coming up. This has been something that's long standing. There's not a lot of satisfaction that is here. I do see a standoff happening about things of the past where people felt betrayed. Let's see, what's this Five of Swords in the reverse? There we go. So that's the argument happening right there. We have the Eight of Cups in the upright. We have the Justice card in the reverse. So somebody feels that, hold on, let me get these other cards because your cards just keep flying out. We have the Knight of Wands in the reverse, the Eight of Wands in the reverse, the Tower card in the reverse, and we have the Ace of Cups. So there is that strong attachment that is here. I do feel like once something comes to light and something is discussed or argued about, there's going to be this sense of somebody viewing things as this is not fair. There's nothing more that I can say to try and make you see my side of things. So instead of putting up with this anymore, I'm just going to walk away from this. For somebody, this could lead to some type of bad karma for opening their mouth too much. And what I'm picking up is that things have been on the fringes for a while, but it's just been simmering underneath the surface because you or this energy has been trying to hold on to the amount of love that you have for each other, but at some point it has to come to an end. This is all fire energy, so this is very much passionate energy that's coming out, that's being portrayed whenever the whatever is discussed comes out, because something is not on even ground. I do see there's a connection that comes to an end, and there's no talking. What I see is that somebody is going to be rethinking the decisions that they made, and they're going to want to come in and try and correct whatever this is with the Six of Pentacles. But they're not going to know how to do it. It's going to be one of those things where it's like, I screwed up so bad that I don't know if this can be fixed. Words were exchanged that were so bad that I don't know how this is going to be fixed. What is the Queen of Swords, please? I do see the door opening for some type of communication, and it is a truthful and honest type of communication that's going to come in. I do see somebody trying to make an effort with coming forward with some type of a apology or some type of emotional offer. I just don't think that it's ready to move forward yet. I do see that there could be some type of an acceptance, like a little small acceptance, but it's going to be one of those things where it's like, I'm not going to give you any more than what you're giving me back. I have to see what your action is going to be, because you've already shown me in the past what it is that you're capable of. Now, I'm willing to accept whatever this is. I'm willing to hear you out, but now the action has to be put in motion. And I feel like it's going to be at a standstill at that point, where it's like, okay, we talked. It's still flip-floppy, but I do see that somebody's not happy about having to take that first step. Somebody is not happy about having to open that door to communication again. I'm picking up somebody has to be the bigger person. And they're not going to be happy about having to do this, because they're having to, in their eyes, probably risk how they view their ego, risk their ego being bruised, and that's what they don't want to do. I do see that there's a lot of hurt feelings that are here. I do see that the communication wants to be there. The communication wants to be opened up. But if they don't say anything, they're thinking about this long and hard. And it's almost like it's in a sense where it's going to get to a point, I feel like, where there's going to be not really a situation that happens, but it's like, okay, I'm just going to just come at the person. Not in a bad way, but I'm just going to put it out there and just give the offer. There we have the Judgment card at the bottom. What is this Page of Cups, please? You have the Ten of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so that's promising. Having to drop the baggage and burden of the past where there has been hurt, where there's been something that was taken on or there was too much responsibility placed on somebody. I'm picking up this is going to be the other energy that comes in. The Five of Swords. There's arguing again. Not as bad as the first time, though. They're probably like it's gonna be like stuff. Not everything is gonna be said, but I do feel like there's going to be an exchange that happens when this comes in. Somebody's gonna have to give in and come towards with some type of an offer, some type of an apology, in order to let things go of the past. This is sitting heavily on the mind, and it's giving like that. Not really thinking about it too much, but then like a memory will come up and it's just like, oh, but I'm not talking to them right now. And it's going to get to the point where they have to come forward and establish a plan on how to progress, how to move forward. Look at that bump. That blackhead. And then it's going to come to a point of we have to weigh our options. We have to get on the same track. How are we going to end up creating some type of a balance? It's going to take time for this to get into motion or for you to actually start seeing the progress take effect. But I do feel like it's going to happen, but there has to be some type of boundaries that are set with somebody and just being like, this has not been secure for a while based off of the actions that have ensued from the past. Let me get your Oracle card, and then we'll be done. Ooh, this is a word. Maybe this is why they told me to wait to do Capricorn. Oh, look at that. We have the Beloved. I'm going to actually read this one to you. So this is somebody that is very close to you, that you hold dear to your heart, that you have a very strong connection with. I'm going to get one more. I do get this sense of everything's happened in divine timing. This is destined to happen for a lot of you in the way that it's happening. But this is something that I feel had to happen for somebody to end up seeing who you really are. And this came on the reverse. And realizing that you are a person that has emotions, feelings, and boundaries that were not being respected. And now it's at a point where it's like, either we can try to work this out or I'm not having anything to do with you at all. Let me read both of these to you. So we have the Beloved, which says, your heart is open and full of love, and because of this magical blessings are drawn to you. A loving relationship will soon be formed, which will transform your life. If you are already in a relationship with anybody, then your relationship is about to deepen and also be transformed in some way. Love is a timeless state through which all is spiritually interconnected. You will soon feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude for your life through your relationship with your beloved. Valuable insights are gained, and you each bring out the best in one another. And then we have the real you, which says, I feel like something about bearing your soul or somebody bearing their soul or themselves to you. I'm seeing somebody crying. As humans, we are so attached to our physical world that we often lose sight of our true nature. In attaching your identity and sense of worth to worldly status and achievements, you have lost touch with the real you. Something inside you yearns to reconnect. Pay attention to your feelings and start to reclaim the many beautiful qualities you possess. The unique qualities you have for so long repressed and ignored. Lighten up and have fun. Laughter is the best medicine for you at this time. Let go of all you think is right and wrong and all you think you should do and just be you. As your true nature reemerges, you'll feel inspired and discover a new way of looking at life. In turn, you will achieve greater success and feel a greater sense of fulfillment. Nurture yourself physically, spiritually, and emotionally. There is so much to be great. There is so much to be grateful for, and so much in life to explore. All right, Capricorn, that's all I have for you. I'm going to be getting out the full moon and Virgo messages in the next week because I will be out on vacation the first week of March. Ironically, that's when the planets are all starting to shift signs. So, So I will see you all in probably a week. Thank you.